In this video, Sadhguru shares surprising insights and a powerful personal story that will change how you see success and failure. Let's dive in.
I'm a professional comedian and I also do executive coaching. My question is, how can I improve my skills in engaging people better and improving how they have their learning journeys?
See, if you understand you're very stupid, you can be funny. If you think you're smart, it's very hard to be funny. No, people are not getting it. See, the thing is, as we already went through, we are a tiny speck in this universe, da-da-da. We don't know a damn thing. Hello? We've assumed all kinds of things. We've assumed and invented all kinds of things to somehow bring some solace to ourselves. We don't know a damn thing. This is a fact. Yes or no? Neither religions nor science knows a real damn thing about what is life. We know a few things for practical purposes. Beyond that, we don't know anything. How is our existence happening here in the middle of nowhere? No, God created us. Well, you must be a nursery school child to go with that story. Anyway, the important thing is, if you really look at existence, if you look at one leaf, if you look at it for one whole life, you will not still understand it. You're pretty stupid, isn't it? If you understand that in the larger intelligence of this existence, your intelligence is such a puny little thing, then you will be funny naturally. If you think you're smart, then it's very hard to be funny, because if you cannot laugh at yourself, how can you laugh at somebody? You'll be sick if you simply laugh at other people, isn't it?
By acknowledging our ignorance, we connect with the existential truth described by Socrates. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. This mindset fosters curiosity and lightheartedness. In Zen Buddhism, laughter is often seen as a spiritual expression of awakening. The understanding of life's paradoxes, including one's own ignorance, creates joy and humor.
How do I find that perfect spot between contentment and chasing an ambition? Basically, the reality of my life and the expectation that I have of it.
See, contentment means containment. Why would you want to contain yourself? Because you're afraid if you overstep, you may suffer. This is what I've been talking from the beginning. If you know how to be blissful by your own nature, one thing that happens to you is you have no fear of suffering. Only when you have no fear of suffering, you can walk full stride, no problem. Because what happens outside of you does not change the experience of your life. You know, we're doing huge projects around the world. Whatever we can do, everything. People around me sometimes say, Sadhguru, if you take this, we don't know whether we'll do this, whether we'll be successful in making this happen. I say, why are you worried about success? It's about doing what we think is needed. It may work, it may not work.
Sadhguru's emphasis on performing action without attachment to outcomes mirrors Lord Krishna's teaching. You have the right to work, but never to the fruit of the work. The idea of fearlessness aligns with Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, where meaning, rather than comfort or security, becomes the driving force for human behavior. Jobs famously said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." Sadhguru echoes this sentiment by encouraging the pursuit of audacious goals beyond individual lifetimes.
Anyway, shall I tell you my problem? Can I share my problem with you? This happened. This is the 40th year that I'm teaching like this. It started in 1982. So, on that day, I just sat in one place and suddenly I exploded into an ecstatic state where like every cell in my body is dripping ecstasy. And I thought I'm sitting there for 10-15 minutes, but when I opened my eyes, about 4.5 hours had passed. For the first time, tears, me and tears were impossible. Tears to a point my shirt is all wet. I'm sitting there for 4.5 hours, dripping ecstasy, there's no way to describe this. I'm a super skeptical person at that time. I'm a hardcore atheist at the time. And then I shake my head and think, what's happening to me? Maybe I'm going off my rocker. Then I ask my closest friends, something is happening to me. If I close my eyes, I'm gone. Come on, what did you, Pop, tell me? Those were the days of mushrooms and this and that. Come on, what did you take? Where did you get it? I knew there was no point talking to anybody because there was no context to what was happening within me. I am not raised in any spiritual whatever. We were not forced to practice any religion at home, very agnostic kind of family, so I've barely ever been to a temple or a puja or anything in my life. So I don't know anything, all I know is I've hit a gold mine. If I close my eyes, I'm gone.
Sadhguru's sudden awakening mirrors the archetype of the reluctant prophet or hero's call to adventure in Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey. Despite initial skepticism, he embraced his transformative experience and shared it with the world. Neuroscientific studies on meditation suggest that such states of ecstasy may correspond to gamma wave activity in the brain, linked to heightened consciousness and integration of mind and body.
So, this started happening more and more. In about 6 to 8 weeks, it got established like a living experience. Then I sat down and made a plan. I was only 25. I sat down and made a plan. On that day, the world's population was 5.6 billion people. I just thought, who wouldn't want to be absolutely ecstatic for no reason? Simply, if you close your eyes, you're gone, boom. Who wouldn't want it? I couldn't imagine one idiot on the planet who wouldn't want it. So 5.6 billion people, I made a plan, in 2.5 years' time, I will make everybody blissful. Here I am 40 years later. Population has become 8 billion, generation Z has come, XYZ, whatever. And today people say we've touched over 2 billion people, but that's not my idea of a humanity, it's 8 billion plus. So, I'm destined to be a failure. I will die a failure, I know this. But I will die a blissful failure. Do you want to be a blissful failure or a successful, constipated person? You think you're successful because you set up such small goals for yourself. I did it. What's the point of that? You set up something that is larger than yourself, something that you cannot do in this lifetime. If you take 2 steps, somebody will take the next step. So my blessing is you must die a blissful failure. Is it okay?
Rumi's words, "You were born with wings. Why prefer to crawl through life?" reflect Sadhguru's call to pursue audacious goals that expand one's sense of purpose. Musk's philosophy of working towards seemingly impossible goals, like colonizing Mars, reflects Sadhguru's idea of aiming beyond individual achievement to create a legacy. Will you choose small, safe goals or aim for something extraordinary, even if you fail? Share your thoughts below, and let's inspire each other to dream big and live blissfully. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Your support means the world to me and keeps me motivated.